What's up, beautiful people? We are back and we are recapping season 10 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, this season, Kiera and Wendy are having a little disagreement with Wendy's dismissive behavior, which she's been accused of many a times. Guess who's back? Monique Samuels, and Giselle says she was happy to reconnect with Monique and see if she's still the same person. And of course, the queen herself, the Grand Dame, has finally been released from jail and will have her season 10 premiere on The Real Housewives of Potomac. So listen, join me and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva as we recap this season of The Real Housewives of Potomac. And it's all in good fun, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to both channels. See y'all soon.
You just gotta...
Good evening, everyone. It is a wonderful Wednesday, and we are officially 3 days into December, okay? The Christmas holiday is here, and I'm excited about it. Baby, it's cold outside. Get your jackets, get your hats, get your scarves, because it is here. Good evening, Auntie. How you doing?
Good, honey. Jack Force is he out. He has entered the building, okay? In the streets, honey, because it's cold outside. Yeah. I'm doing good. You know, we standing true, y'all. So the least y'all can do is hit that like button because we've been working, okay? We
standing on business.
Standing on business, okay? We doing Married to Medicine, and tomorrow we will finally close out the Braxtons, okay? We work.
We have been working, and we appreciate y'all because y'all been coming through. So we thank you. We appreciate the love and support. Shout out to the rewatchers, those who don't get to catch us live, but who go back and watch us after we go off. We totally appreciate you for your support and love. Thank you to all of the commenters. We see your comments. We definitely try to respond back. I'm not as good at it as Diva, so forgive me, but I'm going to do better in 2026, people, okay?
I got 2026. Now it's the 30th. You making you a New Year's resolution already. I ain't mad at you.
Girl, listen, you know, we said we working on our goals. And so we got to get into it. We stepping up our channels, you know. My goal, and I'm gonna put it out in the atmosphere right now, Diva. And I've been saying this. I think I've talked to you about it as well. But if I haven't, my goal for 2026, I would love to have a brand deal. Some kind of brand deal of something that I use regularly, that I do regularly. So listen, people, hit me up in 2026 because I'm ready. I'm ready.
Amen, Roy. Yeah, I like that. Come on with the brand deal, honey. You better talk to people. Tell them, yes.
Upward and onward, okay?
Listen, Roy, yeah, I've been fighting this thing for a minute, but you know what? In 2026, I will not close out 2026. I promise you until I got 100K. Okay. 100K, period.
And we're gonna stay consistent so we can get it.
We're gonna stay consistent so we can get it. So yes. So that's our part of our goals, okay, before we ring out 2025 and enter into 2026. But we here tonight, y'all. Married to Medicine is back on our televisions. Okay, Dr. Emily is now a friend of because she is in the political world. Okay, that's a whole nother story for another day. Okay, yeah, to do season, what is it, 12, episode 1, Cocktails and Polo. Come on now.
Okay, Cocktails and Polo. Shout out to the parties, okay? You know, listen, everybody, as you know, we do go live on both channels, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. So make sure you hit the like button on both channels. Do that favor for us for the holiday season. That can be a gift to us. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button on both channels. That could be another gift for us. And then do one more pleasure for us, please. And make sure you hit that share button. Share with your friends, share with the family, and share with the enemy too, because they need a laugh as well. Okay.
Come on now. Not with the
well, listen, people, we are gonna jump right into our newest segment that we've been running on, and the people have been loving it. So let's get right into this. It's time for Street News.
What's on these streets, Roya? What's on these streets?
When I tell you that video gets me every single time, like every freaking time.
The street news. Come on, what's on the streets?
street news, okay? And so we're going to start off, since we're here for Married to Medicine, let's talk about Married to Medicine, okay? So we have a newest Married to Medicine cast member, Miss Brandy, okay? Now, Miss Brandy, she is a Medi Spa owner. She does Botox, the lifts and the tucks and all of those beautiful things, in matters of minutes in her office. She is a new cast member here on Married to Medicine. And so she had an interesting interaction with one of our senior cast members of Married to Medicine, Miss Jackie Walters, Dr. Jackie. And so I ain't even going to explain it, Diva. Let's just take a look at this clip and then we'll talk about it.
Dress, I think I look beautiful, meeting all these people for the first time, and then out of the blue I get asked, is your thyroid enlarged? And I'm like, did she just ask me that? Did she ask me that in public? Is she being shady? Yes, she is. But this does create an opportunity to take this a little bit further than being petty, further than being shady, anything like that, is we can talk about a bigger issue, which more than 20 million Americans suffer for some type of thyroid condition. And 60% have no clue like me. I had no clue until I was pregnant with my twins. My labs went crazy, my hormones went crazy, like everything went out of whack. I now know that I have a condition that I never knew about, and my hormones exacerbated it, right? So that's why this is such an important issue. It's important to have these conversations so that we're educated and we're made aware, right? I've been a nurse practitioner for 15 years. Like, I educate my patients. Like, we really dive deep into what's going on with them. We do comprehensive lab work. I've diagnosed so many people with thyroid conditions that they never knew even existed. So that's why I love what I do. That's why I love pouring into other people. And that's why it's important to watch your words. You never know what somebody else is going through or what their story is. But what we can't do is use our expertise to shame someone else for what they have going on or what we perceive that they have going on. But what you can do is catch us next Sunday on Married to Medicine at 9 o'clock on Bravo, and come see your girl at Conquer Aesthetics.
Auntie, we at a party, and my doctor rolls up on you. Girl, your neck look a little big. Are you okay? Do you have a hyperactive thyroid?
Well, Jackie is tacky, like somebody wrote in the Tacky Jackie. I don't know. I mean, I was like, Jackie, she didn't get enough when she was crying to us on Instagram. Remember when it came out, she said about the Black woman and she almost lost her stuff, and then they had to go over there and feed her, and she came up on our screen with this fake apology and all that. She didn't learn enough from that. But let me go to Brandy and Brandy's explanation. How old are the twins? How old are Brandy twins? Do we know?
I don't think we got that much. Well, I didn't get that much detail last night. I didn't hear anything about that, so I can't speak on that. But let me do a little research. Hold on.
All right. So I got issues with Brandy's response, because it was a mixed bag of being all over the place. So Brandy said she a nurse practitioner, and initially she didn't even know she had a thyroid issue until she had her twins, and she does comprehensive blood work for all of her patients so they could get down and understand what's going on with them. So that's the twins. They cute. They look like they about the 5-6 range. They probably about the 5 range. Yeah. So I guess she only knew about 5 years ago that, about her own personal thyroid issue. How long has she been a nurse practitioner? No, I'm not going to the spa clinic that she's running. She didn't even really know about her own condition. And she going to do blood work to tell me about mine? And she also, now that she knows about it, is she doing some type of treatments?
She has several children, Diva.
I think the twins are probably
So are the girls the twins, or is it a boy and a girl that's a twin? This is interesting.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, beautiful family.
Lawson said, well, you know, Diva, they say medical professionals and doctors are the worst patients. Not this girl right here. I will stay up in the ER, the med-emerge, the doctor's office, the dermatologist, the dentist. I was just telling Royaire today, I went to the dentist and she trying to tell me I ain't flossing enough. I said, I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. Okay, Brandy is all I gotta say. Her clap back didn't connect with me. Her clap back.
Yeah, I more so took it from a perspective of she took a negative moment and made us informative, to think about our bodies and things of that nature. So I like the way that she came back with the information. Yes, I have an enlarged throat, but this is why. Let's educate the people. In my opinion, I think Jackie was being shady when she said it, per usual. And obviously, Jackie has not learned from Buffy either. Buffy told us day one that she had the show.
I forgot about Buffy. Buffy wanted to sue Jackie.
Buffy wanted to get in Jackie's ass, okay? She wanted to get Jackie
over her uterus. Over her uterus.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot all about
because Buffy is infertile too.
Yeah. Jackie got issues. She need help. She need help.
I was like, what is going on? Jackie, have you not learned anything? We went through this twice. Yes.
She is Angel 2.0. That's what Brandy is giving me, Angel.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just was like, girl, that clap back wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing because there are medications and stuff they could do to help, the neck go down or whatever. Yeah, Jackie is wild. Jackie is wild. She's very messy. She's very messy. Is she a whole OBGYN? She a whole OBGYN.
Throat is insane.
Ooh, child. Listen, okay. All I can say right now is I'm gonna try to give Brandy a chance, but I'm really saying, okay, Brandy, that clap back was.
Yeah, I just enjoy. I'm glad that she made it a medical moment instead of being messy and try to throw nasty shade. I'd rather this than nasty shade. Like, we don't need the nasty shade. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, we don't. Tried. Yeah, she tried. But you know what though? If you're gonna do reality TV, you need to call Stacey up. Stacey know how to gather the girls and get the people together. I don't remember that. Yo, Jackie is so inappropriate. That one I don't remember, but can I believe it? Yeah, I believe it. I mean, this is
what
terrible.
The girls say so nasty and so rude. Okay.
Child.
I said, well, all right, we see the people. I just hope that going forward, Brandy gets her reads a little bit better together. And I hope that Jackie can stop being a messy doctor because that was messy. That was so messy.
It was very messy. It's very messy. You walking up to a cocktails and Polo party talking about her neck. But listen, Jackie always had her nose up in the air, period. Yeah, Jackie is messy. She's messy. Yeah, you could have told the girl on the side, come to the office and see me. I maybe do some hormone replacement treatment for you or something. But to say that in front of everybody, Jackie, that was messy.
Listen, Mariah told us before, Jackie, your slip is showing. It's showing again, Jackie.
It is.
It's showing again. Well, listen, we got one more little street news information that we'll do, and then we'll hop into our segment for our recap. So the people have been talking about Monique Samuels, okay? As we all know, she is on the newest season of the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 11. And so it was brought up, during filming. Allegedly, Stacey and Chris had some type of relationship. Stacey is claiming that they did not date, but there was some type of relationship between the two of them. They were cool. He's a cool guy, okay? And so their ladies decided to relay the information back to Monique that, Chris and Stacey at some point dated. Monique shared some information about her marriage. It got back to. And so now it just seems like this story is unfolding even more, Diva, in regards to Chris, Monique, and this new man. Apparently Monique was dating who was her coworker. So the Shade Room reports to, the Bravo Shade Room reports to us, Monique Samuel claims that her ex-husband, Chris Samuels, and former friend leaked a video of her former co-worker, Jason Weems. She alleges Chris used to leak as an intimidation tactic to pressure her not to return to the reality TV show. At the time, both Jason and Monique were legally separated, but still living with their spouses. So she goes on down to Angela Yee. Angela Yee, she's left the Breakfast Club. She has her own little podcast. And so I guess they spill some tea. So let's take a little listen.
You and your former co-host, Jason, and it looked like you guys were hugged up, and people were like, oh, he's married, what's going on here? So what was that all about?
So first, it's so much, and I'm gonna unpack it as easily and as neatly as possible. So when I was going through the divorce, I was separated but still living in the same house. Jason and I were like great friends. Like we never spent any time outside the studio, nothing like that. As I was going through the whole divorce process, the separation, everything like that, he was giving me this advice that I was like, you have to have been through something to be able to give me this type of advice. We started to have like an amazing friendship outside of work. And I started to learn some things about what he was going through. So we connected on that level, him being separated, living in the same house, but people not knowing because obviously he's not, out there like that in reality TV space. Mine was more public. And it was a friendship that was genuinely a friendship that turned very emotionally connected, and then it turned romantic. And the reason this video is out there right now is because my ex-husband actually
recently these pictures and videos emerged of you. Oh my goodness.
So that's tea. Like legit, he has been showing this video to everybody, and the bigger question is, how did he get it?
So off the cloud.
No, he actually got it from a former friend of mine who, when you go through divorce, you lose some friends, you lose some family. It blew my mind. So for whatever reason, this particular former friend, we were cool. And then it was just like, and she was the only person that I was sharing this information with, her and my mom. And she ended up giving it to him, and he used it as an intimidation tactic because he did not want me back on reality TV. He's afraid of my book coming out. So he has been showing it. So people like in the reality TV world on social media, they think they know who he is, but he's a completely different person. Thanks to me, people think that he is what he is.
Because you want the family life to appear perfect.
You did a good job at that, by the way. And thank you.
And
even to my
you know what? It's so interesting because I feel like you've taken, even in this book, it's not like you dragged him at all.
It's because my ex-husband actually leaked it.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
So that's tea. Like legit, he has been showing this video to everybody, and the bigger question is, how did he get it?
So off the cloud, there's a couple of truths that you have that I feel like you express in a way that you weren't blaming him for the way that things transpired. It was just that he was never going to be the person that you thought he would grow to be.
Yes. A lot of times women marry potential and men marry and want to stay the same, and it was that mix up. And I was like, look, it's not fair for me to keep you in this position. Like, be who you are, but who you are is just not where I want to be anymore. I'm evolving, I'm growing. So it just got really nasty recently.
I can't believe you did that.
So there's a friend that's been on the show, Cookie. She and I stopped talking years ago.
The infamous Cookie Child. You know
Cookie. She was in and out of that party. Listen, and it's really interesting because it initially got leaked on, but then he was even intimidating the other parties. Reached out on Instagram DMs like, call me, I need to talk, and then threatening, I'm gonna put this out on social media. So this wasn't a surprise.
Oh my gosh.
It was just didn't know when but it wasn't. And the video is 2 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what people were saying. So he was going through his own separation at home,
right,
while you were going through what you were going through.
Right.
That is why.
But then he was even.
This is why I truly believe, and I've never been married before, so I can just only speak from what I feel. This is why I truly believe that you should wait until everything is complete, until you get that judgment from the court saying adjudicated or finalized divorce or no, whatever your state uses to say that y'all are done. This is why we do not move on with other people. Living in the marital house still with your spouse, though it is, and you guys are not together, though it is legally separated, I just don't feel like, especially when you have children involved, that either person should be out frolicking around with anybody for anybody to see it. Like, it doesn't work well with me. Why are you recording something like this? Why is there a phone? Like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, I'm in 100% agreement with you. I think that, especially you're still in this man's house. Y'all just became close. He went through something. Girl, that's what therapists are for. So pay a therapist if you need somebody to talk to. Have the therapist walk you through it. We were just friends. And then we got closer, and I was still living in the house. She is so disrespectful on the highest level. Do I think Chris could possibly be messy? 100% I do. Because listen, when it's over and it's a wrap, and if you think that you have somebody that is in your house, and you know that they frolicking around and was the guy married also? Yes, he was. And you got somebody frolicking around while they still living in the house with you. Yeah, that's going to piss you off.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do I think what happened with Monique is she all big and bad and bold because she has her own paychecks, right? She's talking about, she married potential. You was good when you had nothing and the man had money. Then when you got on your 2 feet and you got on Potomac and you was able to do your own thing in the radio station and all of that and make your own money, all of a sudden he was the dirt underneath your shoe. The man treated you the way he treated you when he first met you. But you know what's funny? Again, these mothers know. They said Mama Joyce knew with Todd for Candy Burris, and his mother knew. I never forget they had that. She said she has 4 properties. Come on, I'm 50 Gold. And I never forget when they had, I forgot, it was some party or something at the house.
The baby dedication or something, or baby's birthday or something like that.
Something. And that mother said, I got that heifer together. Listen, if you married potential, hey, what did Chris marry? And you were sleeping in your car, Monique, please. Exactly. Sometimes we marry potential. She's another one. She got her nose up in the air. And she's going to say that, that happened. That video is 2 years old. It don't matter. You and him, from the moment y'all probably met at that radio station, y'all was frolicking around. And then he ended up leaving his wife and y'all got together. It's messy, Monique, on every single level possible. Because even if that video is 2 years old, at what point did it happen? Because y'all was still kissing and carrying on. And she's messy.
Doing too much. But shame on you, Chris, if what she is saying is true. Don't be threatening the people. We don't do that.
No,
you got a son watching after you. So you be the better person. Don't stoop down to her level. Yeah. Well, people, that was our street news moment. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into Married to Medicine.
Hold on. Well, darn, give it up to the moms. Your mom and sister was right about Peter. I cannot.
Oh, man.
That's right. Give it up to the moms.
Give it up to the moms.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Okay, rumor had it. Is the season his family didn't like Monique is because Chris was engaged when Monique came along, and that's who the family wanted him to marry. I could believe it. I could believe it.
Interesting.
All right. Well, there we go.
Well, all righty. Let's jump on into Married to Medicine, Cocktails and Polo, season 12, episode 1. Okay, so we are picking back up with original cast member Dr. Simone. We see Dr. Simone is with a patient who is going through menopause, and her husband is there as well. And so they're just, I love the way that we get these pocket scenes, as we always talk about, Diva, seeing the doctor patients having these special moments is always a nice little thing. Toya's oldest son Ashton is driving, so Diva, the kids are growing. I mean, literally, we are in season 12. Toya has been a part of the show since season 1. We've watched Simone's boys grow up and go to college. Now here are Toya's boys. It's just amazing to see this kid driving and doing his thing. I can't wait till we see Dylan start driving and Aiden from Phaedra. Like, oh my gosh, I will really be done. And then we had a small little scene with Dr. Cortessa. She is back for season 12. We know she sat out season 11, but she is now back as a full-time castmate. Scott is in the home, so apparently they're still together, and the 3 beautiful children as well. So those were those 3 little pocket scenes. We start off at Quad's house. That is our opening scene officially for the season. And so Quad is outside having a little pool party. They're talking about Quad's 44th birthday last night. Apparently, it was the party to be at, the night not to miss. Well, apparently Bravo didn't think it was that important to be there because they didn't show us none of it, so it must not have been all of that. But apparently it was the night not to miss. Quad goes into the house, and so King and Quad are still together, supposedly, according to the cameras. And they said that things are going well, even though they are still living in separate houses and do not have a plan on how to move forward regarding this house situation. But y'all together and doing well. Okay. We get introduced to Angel via Quad. Angel is Quad's newest, or one of her friends. Apparently, they've been hanging around each other. She is single and a successful nurse with 3 degrees. They go outside, and so, like I said, they're kind of just talking about Quad's party. Quad talks about how everyone came out to support her, and King brings up Cecil and Simone not being there. And so Quad shares with the ladies, yeah, Cecil and Simone did not come. She didn't send them an invite. Pretty much they've had still some beef since leaving New York. Now, there was a live that went out a couple of months ago with Letitia, as we know as Sweet Tea, and Simone. They were over at Quad's old house, in the words of Letitia, and she said the house is almost paid off. Quad's house is almost paid off. I'm almost done paying it. And so Simone says, well, who's going to pay for Quad's house that she's living in? And so it offended Quad. She was not happy about the comment. She thought that they left from New York in a good space, and then boom, here she is getting this information. King says that, he's sick of all of this, it's petty mess, and he doesn't understand what the big issue is. Quad has a group text with the ladies. All of the ladies reached out to her on her birthday and said happy birthday, as well as Simone. Well, when Simone texted, she did wish a happy birthday to Quad, and hope that she was enjoying her day. And so Quad, in her own petty self, as usual, decided to text Simone back and say, thank you so much. If you want to give me a gift, you can pay my mortgage. Because, apparently I'm struggling trying to pay the mortgage over here. And so that reignited their beef again. Now, this was a double cross scene, everyone. So I'm just going to start off with this one, and then I'll move to the next one. Yes, King said that would have been a great birthday gift. And then Quad mentioned that she did invite Simone and Cecil to the party, but it was 2 hours before the party was supposed to start. And so, what's her name? Angel says, well, that was so nice of you, Quad. That was so nice of you. I said, oh, I see where this is going already. Diva, this whole thing, let me say this, and then I'll jump into this next thing. I'm so sick of this Quad and Simone thing. I'm so sick of it. I still trying to understand, in the words of Mariah, you are not married to medicine, my love. Why are you here? King is not medicine in any way. I mean, you used to be a pharmacist for the pharmacy to go to the doctors and give the people, you know, the testing medication. So I guess that's what we still riding on Quad being connected to medicine, I guess. But I don't understand it. And then King, for you to have all of this opinion and all of this emotion and you this ad-lipping in regards to Simone and C. So why, sir? The men is supposed to stay out of the women's business according to Heavenly.
And Nene.
And Nene. Oh. Cause stop being a damn bitch. Okay?
Ooh, child. Stay out the men's business.
And then we get another scene with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, the original doctors of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, Dr. Simone and Jackie are having lunch together. Simone gets a little call. She got to deal with her patient. Jackie's giving her little 2 cents. I think Jackie is a little overly obsessed with just trying to be so helpful to the people. Pull back your help, honey. Pull back your help. Everybody don't need it, okay? We appreciate you, but it ain't needed everywhere. Come on, the women's business. Okay. So Simone expresses that she is very disappointed in her behavior at the reunion last year. You know, she refused to play victim. And so, you know, going forward, you know, she wants to try to figure out what's going on with her and Quad. You know, she made this mortgage comment. Simone said it was all in joking. You know, they've been back and forth in this 10-year friendship, and she's really over it at this point. Simone also feels that, you know, how can you want to come over and not play nice in my playground, but then when I come to your playground, you want me to play nice. And she brought up the fact that apparently Quad was asked the question, who would be good for Traitors, the TV show. And so she immediately said Simone. And Simone said, you cannot think that you can bring me up and I'm not going to come back and drag you. She said the people down at the drag race, they should have hired her because she would drag you all the way. She had a little paper bag with some bread in it. She said, I know so much about her, Jackie. So much. So much. If I took it and I emptied the bag, all the business will fall out, okay? All of it. Everything will fall out the bag. So her best bet is to leave me alone and to stop messing with me.
Boom, boom.
Your thoughts and opinions on that? Because Jackie really didn't have too much to say in that scene. So
no, she didn't. But she wanted to talk about somebody's neck. But anywho, Dr. Simone in her office, like you said, I like the little scenes. You know what I'm saying? I like the little scenes when they do that. And I really like the fact that Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie, for real, they still do their business, right? They still practice as doctors, right? Toya, I always loved Toya's family. I think they're absolutely adorable. I like Toya, her ditzy self, and I like the fact that her son, you know, was, practicing the drive or whatever. I really feel like she's raising 2 amazing young men from everything that we see. I really do like Toya. Dr. Contessa and her family, her daughters are getting big and cute too.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. was another one. I'm glad her and Scott turned that thing around. I really am.
Shout out to the Married to Medicine people all together. I mean, everybody really seems to be committed to their marriage, to their spouses, and really making it work. So, shout out to the marriages.
Some of them are truly married to medicine.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I love the fact, I love seeing their family and how big their kids got. And the fact that her and Scott are still together, and they seem like they're really working it out, like they actually love each other, like they did a whole turnaround, right? King will never marry Quad. He's here for the camera. He's not gonna marry her. No, not at all, right? So Quad in his 44th birthday party. See, let me tell you something about Quad. Quad is another one. She married Dr. G. Right, Eugene is such an awful nickname. I know. Quad, you know, she married Dr. G because at the time she married him, she was down and out. She didn't have nothing else. She was another one, right, that they said was living in a car, whatever the case may be. And then once she started to get a little money, then that's all of a sudden when Dr. G became the worst person in the world. He was this, he was that, and all of this other stuff. And I was not in their life, so I can't say that what she's saying is true or false. I'm just saying there's a pattern of when I need you, I could tolerate whatever, but now that I don't need you anymore, you're the worst person in the world, right? Mm-hmm. So Quad in this 44th birthday party and her trying to have a baby and King being there. You know, Quad, what I didn't like is when she mocked Sweet Tea about having a baby, and then looking now, here you are, you're struggling. But what I can't understand is, Royaire, why would you want to try to have a baby at 44 with somebody you're not even married to and y'all not even living together? Like, this doesn't make sense. So on purpose, you're going to create a broken home, and you got to make that make sense. I thought it was stupid. Her talking about, you know, they still live in separate houses. They're trying to figure it out. Quad, you got him to stick around, and maybe you giving him some of your paycheck. I don't know, so that you can be on the show. Because if he wasn't there with you, if you didn't at the very least have a boyfriend, it really wouldn't make any sense why Quad would be on this show. So I think he's just doing her a favor. I'm not even here for the phoniness of it all, whatever. Angel being her friend for years. Okay, I didn't get to see much of Angel, but I could tell she a little messy. But we're going to see how this goes. And you inviting Simone and so at the 11th hour, of course you're not going to see them there. Would I come? And at the 2 hours before the thing, you invited me? No. I thought it was cute and funny, though, that she said you could give me a gift and pay off my house. Listen, because that was funny. That was a kiki and a ha-ha. But, you know, that was what it was. Simone and Dr. Jackie. It was a interesting conversation. I understand where Simone came from, but you know, Simone and Quad, their pettiness goes deep. Simone always called Quad out for who she was. The other girls did feel the same way about Quad, saying how Quad never shared with them, never cared about them, will only show up when it was time for filming. And I'll never forget when Quad got on that, what was that sister show? Remember she had the separate show? And she was way too good for them. And that show got canceled. Then she ain't had no money. Then she needed to come back to marry the medicine. But she told you're on mute, boo. But she told them, she pretty much told them to kiss their behind.
Sister Circle.
Yeah, Sister Circle. Mm-hmm. Now, where's Sister Circle? Was Sister Circle at the 44th birthday party? Because she said they was thick as thieves. I ain't seen there another one in them little flashback pictures she did or whatever. And it's interesting to me. Every time Quad does a scene, it is either her in the backyard, walking through the backyard, at the pool, and we see a smidget piece of the kitchen. What's going on in the rest of that house, Quad? I want to know. Okay. They said when they killed me when they asked Jackie when she got her invite. Jackie wouldn't say, but they let us know that Jackie had her invite 2 weeks before the party even, you know, was whatever. Simone, well, she's that girl. So Quad could play if she wants to, but Simone will let all the cats out the bag if you keep playing with her. One thing Simone ain't gonna do, you ain't gonna play in her face.
Never.
You're not gonna play in Simone's face. So Simone let it be known. She keep playing with me, Jackie, and she said it ain't gonna happen. She said it ain't gonna happen because she got all the tea and she will let it out the bag. So if I was on Quad, tread lightly. Oh, Emmanuel said they said she's got the whole village living in there. Well, she got her because who's paying that mortgage? So maybe that's why we can't really go around the house with the cameras or whatever the case may be, because everybody living up in there. Because first of all, she let Toya punk her into getting that big house. She's a single woman. Why would you need a house that huge? For what? For what? Profiling? For what? And I believe when Dr. Heavenly said that she had called Sweet Tea to say, please come on the show because they was trying to help Quad house. I believe that 100%.
Yeah. Yes. I was trying to find some pictures from her birthday party, but I can't find them, so we'll move on.
Sister Circle wasn't there. I'm just saying.
Not the sisters of the circle, okay? The girls, listen, the girlies have moved on. They have moved on. So those are our first two scenes. We go into the next scene with Toya and Eugene. So the Harrises have moved again, okay? They seem like hopefully they will finally settle in their new home. The Harrises, and it's a fabulous home, beautiful home. I will say that. I could tell
all of their homes they purchased were beautiful. Every last one of them. They know how to pick a house. Okay.
Well, this house is custom built, okay? This house is 5,280 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, and it is priced at $3,050,000. Okay, so they built this floor up. Everything they did and picked themselves. Eugene is now working 2 jobs to keep up with the mortgage. Okay. One job is 5 hours away, and the other job is 2.5 hours away. Okay. So I know last season, a lot of our complaints was that Eugene is not home enough and he's not spending enough time with me. I guess Toya just don't want this man in the house at all because now she has completely pushed him out and he is working away. He is getting a hotel because it's a bit much for him to drive 2.5 hours and 5 hours back and forth to these 2 jobs. He did say that he is making a lot more money. And so, yeah, that was their moment. So he comes in the house, you know, him and Toya, they get a kiss, they get a nice little hug. You know, I was watching the hug and I was just like, Toya, like, hug your man. You ain't seen your man in so many days. Like, he want a hug and a kiss. Cater to him. You a housewife. But she was getting the house together, fluffing pillows and making sure the house was together. You know, Toya says...
You froze up for me, Royaire.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Did Royaire freeze up for y'all?
Uh-oh.
Let me know in the chat. Or is it just me?
Am I back?
You back. You have frozen for me. Yeah.
I'm sorry, people. Okay. So Toya is back complaining again about Eugene being gone. And she feels like she's raising the boys. She's having to teach them how to take out the trash, how to do the manly things. You know, and Toya says, you know, when I ask you a question, I don't want you to give me an immediate answer. Think about it first. Let me finish. Let me get out all that I need to say. And then you can share what you need to say. And Eugene tells the boys he's guilty of it too. You know, Toya is, you know, in the confessionals complaining about Eugene not being here. She feels like a military wife. And so he says, well, you ain't unhappy when that check come in the mail, in the bank account, are you? And she turned to shut her mouth real quick. The boys, you know, Eugene asked the boys, do they feel anything different since Eugene has been working away? You know, more, but he's trying to be present. They say no, nothing's changed. Everything is still the same. Then we have a little small scene with Dr. Contessa and Scott. Contessa is working 16,000 jobs. Scott is working 4 jobs. Contessa, she said that she hasn't had a day off in forever because all of her time and money, IRA, 401k, cash bonds, everything has been cashed out to purchase a $1.2 million building that they purchased in 2023 that they're still working on. At this point, she feels like an ATM. All the money is flying out the door. They paid cash for this building, so it's been a lot on them. But they think that it's going to be a good investment and hopefully things will work out. The doorbell rings, and so they receive an invitation on a little what was it called? A
turf
piece of grass, little turf grass. And so then they jump to a scene with Quad, and then I'll stop after this. They jump to a little scene with Quad. Apparently, Mimi is hosting a party, the Polo Classic, the Sanders Polo Classic. And so she has invited the ladies to come, dressed in their best, you know, Polo finest. Think of it as a garden theme party. Fabulous, gorgeous. She said that her and her husband used to host parties back up north. Since they moved down south, they really haven't found the friend group yet. But now that they have a stable friend group, they're going to host this party. Mimi brings up, you know, has she heard from any of the ladies? His Quad. And so Quad says, I have not talked to Simone, since our whole situation from New York and then the whole Sweet Tea situation. They have not talked. And so Quad, is open to moving forward, but she's not going to kiss no butt. And she said she's not giving no more apologies. She's apologized over and over again, and she's done with it. But she will be at the Polo Classics to celebrate and party. So those were those three scenes.
Toya and Dr. Nugene, those two are a financial disaster together. They really are. I mean, it makes no logical sense. I don't care how much extra money you're getting. This is a doctor, right? He's making no sense. You're making extra money, but one of the jobs is 5 hours away. The other one is 2. That's a death sentence. It just literally is. And your time and rest is everything over $1. And you're literally getting a hotel. How much money extra are you making? It just doesn't make any sense. You're not staying in the 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom, 3.5 million, 5,000 square feet home. You're in a hotel room because one of your jobs is 5 hours away. The other one is 2. And Toya is stupid. Literally, you complained about not seeing your man. Now he's in hotels working one job 5 hours, one job 2. Like, this is stupid. Also, y'all can be in a custom built home with 5 bedrooms. The man is working himself into the grave, period. And it's super sad to even watch. And it's a shame because he's looking better. His skin he looks younger. His skin looks very clear. It looks like he was doing better, but they're killing. It's nonsense, killing itself. And I really saying, like, for what?
She trying to get that insurance policy.
Yeah, I don't know. Just to say, y'all in this big house. The sons are amazing, though. Sitting there, they know how to cook, honey. They got that from the dad because Eugene loves to cook and know how to cook. They was making their steak and they love to make that expensive steak. They was making their steak. They said, we good. Dad ain't here, but we still good. I just, when I saw that scene and I was just like, oh, the people thought we was gonna be renting forever. Y'all in a vicious cycle. Because the minute that man can do that drive to do this 5-hour job and this 2.5-hour job away, are y'all going to be right back at square one? I would have been impressed if they said their home was $3.5 million and they paid for it in cash. Emmanuel said he liked the tree in the closet. I don't know. The reason why I can't get that impressed about this home and everything with Toya is because they just don't make sense, those two. They are a financial disaster together. It makes no sense. Your man is working a job that's 5 hours away. I would have never approved of that message, ever. And in hotels. So if he's in hotels, you know what that means, Royaire? 9 times out of 10, every day he's working, he's eating out. Unless he got one of those hotels that have a kitchen in it. But you must be working 2 jobs. Are you going to show us the home?
This is what Bravo showed us.
A tree in the closet. Do you know the maintenance of that, Royaire? Them leaves start falling. $3.5 million. Look at the swimming pool. You know how much it costs to upkeep a swimming pool? It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
But the upkeep on that house is no joke. These two were made for each other because they both make no sense. Okay. Wait, Monique, are you saying their mortgage is $27,000 a month? If they're paying $27,000 a month, that is insane. That's insane.
And that ain't counting the private school that the boys be in, these cars that you driving in, these Teslas are not cheap. These all of these
he said yes. She said yes, it's $27,000 a month. That's just high level stupidity. It's just high level stupidity. It really is. And then the minute, and of course, I'm not wishing anything on her. But what happens if Bravo pulls the plug on this show? What, then Eugene works 10 jobs? I don't know. I
just didn't understand the logic, Diva. Like literally last year, you complained the whole season about Eugene not being there to support you and not being home to help raise the boys and all of this. Now y'all make a decision for him to work 2 jobs that are not in the city that y'all live in. I'm trying to make this make sense. I was watching the scene, fabulous home, but we're putting materialistic things over family.
Yeah, they're gonna mess around. No, Monique, I think the Married to Medicine girls are probably at least $1 million check or above. I think they're up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But here's the thing.
Toya's been there since season 1 as well, so she got to be collecting a good coin.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. You got celebrities that do movies that they making $20 million in the shot, and they still wouldn't do nothing like that. She's just, I don't know. It's just insane. Yeah, beautiful home, but absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, they're going to be at the Welfare Hotel. Listen, I'm wishing them the best. Dr. Contessa and this 59 jobs and the 2 laptops. And they bought this building. What are they doing with the building? I don't know. You know, and you cashed out your 401k, bond stocks. Listen, how old is Dr. Contessa?
Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah,
she gotta be in her 40s.
Okay. Listen, I'm here for entrepreneurship, and I would never tell nobody not to do nothing.
49. 49.
Okay, so at 49, about to push 50, we're not cashing out my 401k, all my bonds, and all my stocks. I'm not doing it. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing it. But you know what? Shout out to her. I'm trying to understand, what are they going to do in this building? What's going to happen is it's going to be a medical building?
I thought they had a medical practice where they were doing like personal injury stuff or something to that. Yeah, I thought they had their own business. Yeah,
they're all over the place too. And then, you know, Quad. What do you want me to say about Quad? I'm over Quad, but I will say this: that ridiculous invite that was turf, and then the a PDF from the computer slapped on it. It was trash. Now, I like Mimi and Steve, and they want to let us know how Steve like to go wear his Louis Vuitton everywhere. Y'all could have did better with them invites. That turf cut out, that was a school project. I did not like the invites.
Come on for the school project. Not homework. Oh my God.
I did not like it. I was like, that invite is trash.
Yeah.
And Quad, like I said, she's taking a phone call, walking outside. What's gonna happen if it's pouring rain and they need to do a scene? She gonna be with an umbrella on her porch?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. You know, Dr. Contessa, I was trying to find pictures, y'all. I'm gonna do better next week. But you know, Dr. Contessa and Scott, you know, like you said, I'm glad that they were able to work things out, you know, and be together still. They've got 3 beautiful children. It's nothing better than raising your children together in a healthy environment. And they seem to really have gotten it together. You know, Contessa, I'm not surprised at her 50-11 jobs. Contessa, since being on this show, has always strived to work in her profession and to really be there, except for that 1 year she decided to be a stay-at-home mom and then decided to go back into the workforce. But shout out to her and Scott owning their own building. Hopefully they can get that up soon so that they can do whatever they plan to do. I do believe that they had a practice, like an actual doctor's office practice that they owned personally, and they were seeing patients. I remember that 1 year. But and I do know that Audra, you remember Audra, the attorney?
I do.
She sold that building to them, back in 23.
Okay.
So, they had did a little video. That's why I was trying to find it, because they did give a little tour of the building. But yeah, so, and then Quad and Mimi, I'm not really, and this kind of has to coincides with what Emmanuel said earlier. I'm not really feeling Mimi because of the way that she just kind of flipped on Letitia last season.
Yeah.
It was, you came in as her friend and then you just threw her to the side once you realized that the ladies really wasn't rocking with her like that. So where her loyalty actually lies, I'm not sure. Quad does share with us that her and Mimi have hung out, late nights together. They've hung out as couples, they really have a good time. So apparently there seems to be a strong bond between the two of them. So we'll see how that rolls on. In the conversation with Mimi talking about, I just feel like when Mimi talks to people, she's on the side of whomever she's talking to at the time. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Really gathering, because we'll see later on in the scene and later on even in the season, as they kind of play out the season, that she just kind of like bounces back and forth between the different ladies and trying to cover and protect. I'm not feeling it. I'm not really feeling it. I'm not feeling her.
Yeah,
and
we
then,
could really need the crash.
Yeah, and then Quad, I will give Quad that she is great TV. She's great TV. And that's what she's doing, is giving hair, makeup, face. That's, yeah. So those were those scenes. So we move on. Speaking of Mimi and Stevie. So we have a scene with Mimi and Stevie. They are arriving to their Sanders Polo party. And so they're getting a little tour of how everything is going to look. They got a little booth where you ring the bell and they bring a little drink to you. They got a little fake horse going to be sitting in the middle of the party. They got just all little different types of events and pictures and all kinds of stuff for you to do at this event. Mimi is opening up a therapy office, so she's hiring nurses and doctors and practitioners. She's raising kids and she's being a boss. So that's what Mimi and Stevie have going on in their life. We get a little scene with Dr. Simone, Cecil, and Toya as well. So Toya is coming over for a little visit to get ready for the Sanders Polo Classic party. Cecil is they have a new neck going in. That's what's going on back there. So they're working on getting their deck redone. Toya has been hanging out with Quad recently. So I'm guessing that Quad and Toya are back on good footing. As we got a little montage of them pretty much the past 10 years going back and forth with each other. They seem to be in a good space. And so Toya wants to know, why is Quad and Simone not in a better space? We went to the reunion. We all gave apologies. We've moved forward. So we thought. And, Toya expresses that she would like the ladies to be more sisterly this year. Let's have a sisterly bond, a sisterly relationship. Let's really do well together. Cecil asked about Toya's comments regarding Curtis sitting on her lap, or Jackie saying Curtis sat on his lap. What are you going to say if Jackie brings that up? And Toya said she really felt that way about the situation. She said what she said. She's standing on business. And if Jackie really had a problem about it, she should have texted her privately. Because then we find out that Jackie texted all of the ladies in a group chat the clip that was sent to her when Toya was on Watch What Happens Live, saying that, Curtis has sat on, or several girls have sat on Curtis's lap, and that Curtis pulled her into him. So I guess they're going to address that little conversation later on at the Polo Classic as well. Toya also has a lot to say about Dr. Heavenly these days. We see that Dr. Heavenly is not on the screen tonight as our full cast mate. For those of you who don't know, Heavenly has been demoted to a friend role because she is running for a political party. She's running for state representative. But Toya does not think that is the reason why she hasn't been around. And Toya also says she's been very nice here lately. And she don't think that's the reason why Heavenly's being nice. She thinks all of this niceness and kindness and Heavenly not being around is because she's seen a little article about a man named Damon Jr. Who was arrested.
Oh my.
And she wants Heavenly to talk about it. Because she can get down on the YouTube and talk about everybody else in their family. But when it comes to you, a hush fell over the room.
Oh my God.
Look around, everybody on mute. Simone, she hates to hear about this situation, especially because it has to do with a young Black boy. And especially, because in our society right now, and it's been going on for forever, but we see it more prevalent as, the years go on, that the police and our young Black men do not have the best experiences when it comes to being pulled over. And so I want to take a pause, Diva, because did you hear about this situation? Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I did. So
I do want to address, just talk about it just for a moment. I watched a little video clip with Heavenly, and Heavenly did share that her son was pulled over, Damon Jr. And instead of cooperating with the cops, he decided to get back in his car and drive off. And so they had to arrest him and send him on down to the clink clink. Well, thanks be unto God, there was someone down there at DeKalb County who knew Dr. Damon. And so he reached out to Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon went down there and bailed him out. And they kept all of this a secret from Heavenly. Heavenly says she found out all about this on social media.
She could have kept that lying video to herself. Okay. The lies. What did Candy say? The lies. The lies. The lies.
I thought this was so interesting, Diva, because I love to watch the shows. I love a good playback. Okay. And I remember recently in the last couple of seasons, I want to say maybe season 7, maybe season 6, somewhere around there, between 6 and 8, there was a scene at the dinner table where Damon explained that he was, profiled for being a young Black man in his college. And the police officer, took him down and he was doing nothing. And Damon Jr. was sitting right at that table crying because his dad was getting arrested. Sir, did you think about that when you were driving down the street and decided to pull off from the police? What's wrong with our young Black men?
First of all, I think that I commend the children who have to grow up on the TV because it ain't easy.
It's not.
Right? Shout out to Riley. What's little mom Kim daughter name?
Ariana.
It ain't easy, Gia from Jersey. It ain't easy growing up on this TV, right? And so with that being said, I understand why there are some siblings. Remember, they said, don't even show me. Don't put me on that TV. They opted out, right? What's it? I'm trying to think who kids. Remember Giselle, Garcelle from Hills.
Yes.
Her sons was like, "Nah, I'm good. He don't want to be up on that TV." And I get it, right? Because they want to live their life. I think that Dr. Heavenly wasn't telling a lot of truths about her life. And I think this is another one of them. So on that note, she's going to be a great politician because the truth the truth ain't in none of those politicians. And If she want to try to have me believe that her son got arrested and she learned about it on the internet because daddy went down there and bailed him out and kept it from her, I call BS and lies on it. Just like she lied and said Dr. Damon got stomach issues and that's why he uses formula as his milk. Okay. Remember when the people noticed the formula in her house and they was like, who's the baby? Where's the baby? Or whatever the case may be. And she wanted to lie and say, daddy, he got stomach issues, so he need to use the formula. Girl, the lies you tell. So I'm not here for it.
Yes. So that little conversation was brought up. And then Cecil said, well, listen, Toya, you said that you want to have a sisterhood this year. So if Heavenly bring it up, just be sisterly about it. Don't fight, don't fuss, don't argue.
Right.
Y'all be sisters this year. So I'll stop there, Diva, because our next scene is our last scene of the night. Anything that Mimi and her, husband and family, and then Dr. Simone and Cecil and Toya.
Yeah, Mimi and her husband, and I'm doing the walkthrough of the event before the event. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was ever. They had a cute car scene because the daughter spent $75 on his card. I thought that was cute, but other than that, I'm like, Toya having to come over so she can go to the polo party, and she had to go with Simone and Cecil. Because your man is working. He's working himself to death, so he can't even go with you. He's not gonna be able to take part in none of the fun festivities because he's working 2 jobs.
He's gonna be Curtis this season. He's away working. Curtis was away working all last season.
But the difference though is Eugene, he loved him some Toya. If Toya told that man, in order for them to stay in that $3.5 million home, that he need to work another job, he would go find another job. And he would do it. So he would never cheat on Toya. That's a no.
Yeah. Anything on Cecil and Simone? It seems like they're doing really well this season so far.
Cecil and Simone. I mean Cecil and Simone. I like them too. He another one. He pretty much, he knows Simone how she is, and he pretty much kind of stay laid back. Okay, let me tell
y'all. At BravoCon, Curtis was with Jackie. She throws shade at Toya, saying, "My husband is here with me."
Ooh. Well, and of course he couldn't be there with her because he's working 10 jobs. Well, look at the shade. Thank you for that, Emmanuel.
Yeah. Well, it seems like pretty much, Diva, the friendships are still kind of bonded the way we left them last season. Toya and Simone are still pretty cool. Toya and Jackie seem to be still in a good space. And Quad, and now it is a new friendship for Quad and Toya. So we'll see how that rolls. But so far, it seems like we got some consistency with the group as a whole so far. So we jump into our last scene of the night, which is the Sanders Polo Classic party, okay? And so Dr. Mimi and Stevie, they show up. They look very nice. Mimi has on a nice little white dress. And Steve, he has on a pink suit. I was like, okay, you better show up and show out. Show the people how y'all working. I see y'all. They said that they are all about positive vibes. And so, Diva, what I will say is, I am all for the positive vibes. Anything positive, anything uplifting, anything that's going to show us a good time, give it to the people. Let us have it, okay? It's all about positivity and uplifting. So that is what they are running on tonight. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Give me just a second. Honey, the people love their fashions. Did you care for the suit, Diva?
I think it worked for him.
Okay.
I think it worked for him. I think those two are a cute couple.
They are. I think they're beautiful. Look at them.
And I like her. I loved her dress. I loved her
too.
dress. Yeah, I think
I thought it was super cute with the fan, everything.
Yeah, I like them. I like when it seems like couples are really into each other. And I like authentic. You better come with the words. That's what I'm talking about, boy. Yeah, I like these two together. So this
blue hat touch. Okay, I didn't see the blue on his hat. That was a cute touch.
Yeah. This was very cute for them. I like them.
Yes. Okay. It seemed like a fabulous party, Diva. It looked way better in this than what it did on the show. They really didn't show.
Yeah, I mean, you having a polo party and there's no real horses around. Okay. But you know, I'm not mad at them because you know they got to do these couples. That's the pressure of it all. You got to do some type of event. You got to bring something to the party, and so for that, them having to do an event on Royaire, I was here for it. I was here for it.
They had a moment. So next up we had Jackie and what's his name? Curtis. Jackie and Curtis came. I'll pull up a picture of them. We had Contessa and Scott. They came up next. I wasn't a fan of Contessa's dress.
You said you was?
I was not.
No, I wasn't either. Contessa is missing the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's missing the mark. But I liked Scott's orange, his pants. Thought that was super nice.
Yeah.
Here's a little cast picture so we could see all of the cast. Yes, they show up next. Let me zoom in a little bit.
And Quad is I don't know. Quad is not quadding. Like,
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the dress that she had on either. It wasn't my
the hair. I wasn't feeling the look at all.
Yeah.
Definitely Mimi's dress I liked a lot. What's the new girl? What's the name? Brandy or whatever?
Brandy. I love Brandy's dress.
Oh, you did?
I did. I thought it was an interesting dress. Oh, this is Angel. I thought it was a different, something different, I was like, okay. Sorry, y'all. Where did the picture go that I was looking at? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that big bow, that was horrible.
It was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
I thought, what's her name? Brandy. I thought it was something different, I thought it was cute. She wore it well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm 50 Gold said Quad looked like Grand Auntie. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She looked like Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep.
Yeah, it just wasn't cute.
Angel over here with the pink and the yellow. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah. It was a mess.
Yeah.
I don't like that dress Brandy got on. Unless you could show me something closer.
I thought I was going to her page. I guess I clicked on. Oh, here it is. Let's see if she posted her dress.
If she didn't post it, that means she ain't like it either.
Well, alrighty then. Move on for the night.
Oh gosh.
But yes, there are the ladies in their outfits and what they wore and all of that good stuff. So let's see what happened after that. So Mimi asks, Jackie and Contessa, have they talked to the other ladies? Have they seen the other ladies? Contessa brought up Quad's party and she thought that it was a little rude and tacky for Quad to invite Simone 2 hours prior to the event. She thought it was petty, shady, and she even says that since she's been in the group, those two ladies have never got along, so she doesn't understand what friendship there is between the ladies. There's nothing there. let's see. Like I said, Simone's dress was cute. I thought Simone had on something a little different than normally what she does. You know, Simone is one of our other girls that kind of struggles sometimes when it comes to the clothing, but she pulled through this episode. And I'll put her outfit up later on once Diva starts talking. And then I did like Cecil's pink suit as well. His kind of pinkish peach. Like I thought that was a nice look on him as well. We meet Brandy and Shar. Was it Shar? Shamar? Maybe it was Shamar. Her husband. Whoever her husband's name is. We meet them. And so, like it was, I said a little earlier, Brandy owns a Medi Spa. She's connected with Toya, so that's how she's gotten to the group. I gotta have a new medical workers. Okay, I'm glad that. Yeah, it is good to see some new girls. It is good to see some new girls.
Yeah, I could go to Married to Medicine, and they got nurses on there. But I ain't married. I have to be like Quad.
Well, Angel is not married. Angel is new on the cast, and she's not married. So come on, we can get you in there.
You're not married to medicine, my love. Yo, you know what, Royaire? All jokes aside, for all of these shows, they're never going to get the original, gems that we had.
No,
original girls, they had some reads.
Yes,
they was reads for real. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't made up. It was like off the cliff,
off the cuff, off the dome, ready to get you together. Yes.
Yes. Just like right now for Potomac, Kiara just trying to have moments and reads out of nowhere. No, but honey, bring Mariah back. But honey, when Stacey told her you don't got a husband, that was off the clip because she would have never known that Kate was going to say that. We need original. Yeah,
not Wednesday Adam.
She did. That dark black wig was in What's Up. Yeah, it was bad.
So all the ladies finally arrived, and so it was not Quad and Angel just yet, but Toya was there. She came with Simone and Cecil, and so Toya asked, "Where was Heavenly?" She mentioned to Jackie, "Where's Heavenly?" And so Jackie shares that Heavenly is running for public office. She said she couldn't make it today. She started campaigning early, and Toya said she don't believe it. And so, she kind of asked, was asking in a roundabout way about her son and, things of that nature. And so Jackie said, well, Heavenly said it really ain't y'all business. And so I can't tell it because it ain't my business to tell. Toya says that Heavenly has not missed an event in 12 years. And that's the truth. So obviously something got to be going on for her not to show up. Mimi said that she was minding her own business. She ain't gonna ask about it, so move on. Mimi, Jackie, and Toya talk about Toya's in this Curtis situation. And so Jackie felt that it was in poor taste and it painted Curtis in a negative light for who he represents today for Toya to make that comment on Watch What Happens Live. And so Toya she said, well, what I would really like, Jackie, is an apology. If you can apologize for saying that I sat on Curtis's lap, then we can be good and move forward. And Jackie dismissed her and said, well, I can't do that. So I guess it is what it is. I think it is very...
Jackie to say nothing about her Curtis.
And I like what Jackie is really trying to do is she's trying to paint over this horrible situation that she experienced in her marriage. But what we do have, I ain't mad at her either. But what we do have to acknowledge is in that scene, Curtis pulls Toya onto him into his lap. As a married man to any woman, it is inappropriate, out of pocket, and out of line. Now, Toya was testing him. And when she sat her down, she said, you failed the test. That was the first thing that Toya said when Curtis pulled her into his lap, is that he failed the test.
With his boo thing. But if you notice, that's why she said that's not who he represents today.
Mm-hmm. She did say that.
She said today. She ain't never said he didn't do nothing wrong. She said that ain't who he is. That was just not yesterday, but today. Okay. That ain't who he is today.
Okay.
It is wrong.
So you say, but okay.
Asking why he ain't speak to me. He was dead serious too.
And was. So Quad shows up with Angel and King, of course. Quad shares with us that Angel, this is not the first time Angel has been around the ladies. Angel was at Whitnick last year at the opening scene last year, so the people are familiar with her. Dr. Simone, she went to introduce Brandy to Quad. She's over there having her little sidebar conversation. She love to come in grand or whatever, so let's go over here and mosey over here and have a little chat. Brandy and Quad are sore wars. Quad and Simone have a little chit chat. Simone says she's hot. Quad's got a fan me off. They have their little fake tit for tat moment. And so Simone introduces Brandy to Jackie. Apparently, Brandy used to work at Northside as well prior to owning her own business. And so Jackie said, "Oh, really? What department?" Brandy shares her department. Then Jackie asks Brandy, "Do you have a hyperactive thyroid? Because your neck is enlarged, and I can't stop looking at it. It's just so big." And everybody, her husband looked at Jackie like, "Oh, are you crazy?" Brandy looked at her like, "Chick, you will get slapped today." But Brandy said that the ladies warned her that Jackie throws that subtle, shade that'll make you think twice. And she said she caught it. She got it. We see you. We see each other. Okay? She did say after, she had her twins, that's when she found out that she had an overactive thyroid. But she's good. Let's see. We finally have an all cast scene with all the ladies together. Before we have the all scene together, Toya gives some advice to her friend Simone. And she says, "Listen, me and Quad have spent the better part of our years arguing, fussing, and fighting. And I don't want that for y'all. I want y'all to forgive and move on. Dr. Simone feels, Quad does what she does. I try to be a friend to her. She goes back and throws her shade. And so I do the same." And so all the ladies, end up coming together. And Simone says, "Ladies, I want to take a poll. I got a question. If you were invited to a birthday party 2 hours before it started, who all would go? Would you show up? Got to go through hair, makeup, find me something to wear, get there in a timely manner. Would you do that?" And Toya blurted out, "I know Quad wouldn't. She definitely wouldn't come." Quad tried to make it seem like that she was trying to make a friendly gesture to Simone. And so they go back and forth about, you said I need my mortgage paid. You said that you this and this, that. Girls, what is the stupidness over? Nothing. It's dumb. It's stupid. Let it go. Either y'all gonna be cool or y'all not gonna be cool. Let's move on. I'm tired of talking about it already. Cecil and King have a little scene together. And see, King is messy. I don't like King.
I don't like him either.
Because here you are yet again, bringing up Cecil and Simone, missing the party. What does it matter? Y'all are here now, having a moment now. Let's have the moment and move on. Let that go. Stay out the women's business. We pretty much wrap up that scene because, Quad and Simone were going back and forth. Jackie said, "Come on over here and get off the playground, Simone." Mimi breaks it up and said, "This is all about positive energy. We're not having that tonight." Simone said, "I'm not angry with you. We just having heated discussion. She doesn't want to be mad at Quad, and she wants to move forward. And we just need time." Toya said, "Well, how long is it going to take?" And the lady said it's in their timing. Let it be. And then we get a montage of this season rolling out. How Quad and Simone go back and forth with their issues over nothing. That wraps us up with season 12, episode 1, Cocktails and Polo. I know that was a lot, Diva, so whatever you want to talk about, feel free.
Yeah, I'll just say this to wrap this party up in the bow, the Polo Classic Day by Mimi and Steve, her husband. They did okay. The party was okay. You know, and don't forget that Simone said she was in the bed 2 hours after New York. 2 days. I'm sorry, but she was in bed 2 days.
Oh yes, 2 days.
2 days, because that's how bad that hurt her. And you know, when Simone get emotional and start to cry, whatever, she ain't like her behavior at that. She was in New York. I mean, it ain't much for me to say about this whole scene. Somebody wrote King is a queen. I agree. Okay. I accept that message 100%. I approve of that message. You know, it was just a bunch of stupidity. I'm just over the pettiness. It ain't much more to say. And Jackie is just messy. And I think Fifi said Jackie is so rude. I would never want her to be my physician. I wouldn't want Jackie to be my physician either, because she'll be in the street telling your business. Telling you got thyroid issues, fibroids. You had an STD 10 years ago. She's going to tell all your business. No, I'm good. I'll pass on Jackie being my physician. And if she was the last OBGYN in my area, I would travel 5 hours. I'd catch a ride with Dr. Eugene.
Not you catching a ride.
I catch a ride to go see another OBGYN. I ain't fooling with him.
It was Jackie in her little dress.
Yeah, you know, Jackie is in tip-top shape. So whatever Jackie puts on, she's always going to look good.
Yeah.
Toya dress was a mess. Like I said, I did like Mimi's dress.
Okay.
But it's hard to like Jackie because she's so messy.
Yes.
So incredibly messy.
Church messy. Old lady shade messy. I don't like it.
No, Hot Pink 25, all the guys are not queens, but King is messy.
No, King is definitely that girl.
And you know what? I want to go back to the days where the guys was like, let the ladies do what they do, but we ain't
we don't get in the midst of that. We do
right.
not.
Yeah.
We do not. But there was a little scene with the men. It seemed like all the men seemed to be getting along very well. It seemed that, you know, Cecil seems to be very fond of King. So I guess that they have a pretty decent relationship. So maybe eventually they'll be able to rub that off on Simone and Quad, and they can get it together. But that was our recap of the night. At the end of every episode, we like to get your thoughts and opinions on the episode. This was our season premiere of Married to Medicine, season 12, episode 1. On a scale of 1 to 10, leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and we will get those numbers after we give our final ratings. Diva, your final thoughts and opinion and your rating for episode 1.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay.
It wasn't all that. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best. It was okay. You know, but for coming out the gate, I think it should have been stronger. I thought it was okay. You know, I wasn't overly thrilled about it. It was okay. But I guess I'll be nice and give it a 7.5.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 7. I feel like we kind of dragged into the season. I felt like they kind of still picked on a lot of the old relationships. It would have been nice to get to know some of these newer ladies this episode, to usher them in a stronger way. We did get ushered in a little bit to Mimi. I would have liked to see more from Mimi. This drama with Simone and Quad, if this is what we are banking on for the season, y'all can keep it, because I don't want it. It's nothing to it. What are y'all fighting about? It's nothing to be fighting about. You are whole ass Dr. Simone. Like, stop. Like, and it is coming off a bit jealous. It's coming off as if you're jealous about something because you constantly. Yes, I mean she constantly is. Because she said that you would be the best trader for the show Traders. What are you mad about that for? That's another check she's trying to give you, girl. Go down and be on Traders.
There ain't no check she's trying to give us. She's trying to call her a trader.
I get it, but you a whole doctor, Diva. A whole doctor. A doctor. What you mad about?
No, you're not going to be calling me no trader and not catch no smoke. So that's why I said, who going to pay for who paying your mortgage over there? Yeah, no. You're not about to call me no trader and you ain't going to get no smoke. You're going to get smoke. You're going to get some smoke. And you better be ready for it.
They should have hired you down at the drag race.
That part. I got the bag. And yeah, I miss sweet tea too. Matter of fact, I'm dropping it down to a 7 because I do miss sweet tea.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I said I landed it at a 7. They definitely could have kept sweet tea, especially bringing in this younger generation. Yeah. You know, sweet tea opened the door so that these girls could walk. Okay.
You better talk. Now you talk. Yes, she did. But I can tell Brandy ain't ready.
Okay. I'm going to give her a chance. She may be a slow simmer. We'll see.
Brandy / Angel. Well, I'm going to take this moment to educate that Dr. Jackie, boy. You on the show. That's why you're on the show. Don't come at us in the Instagram. Nah, educate Dr. Jackie. Check her right in her steps.
Okay.
Dr. Jackie would have got checked if that was me.
I'm gonna be like, are your breasts missing from your chest? Don't be unfunny because we come back. Iron 50 goes. She is giving this episode a 5. Ooh, okay. Jeremy is giving it a 7. Iron 50 goes said we being generous. I see. Fifi is giving it a 7.5. It was heavily missed. For me, I did not miss Heavenly. I did not. And
now, I will tell you this though, I didn't miss her Royaire, but I think she would have brought more smoke and energy to the Polo party.
Yes, I do agree with that.
She would have had more messiness there. But did I miss her? No.
Yeah. No, I want to move past that. You know, I feel like she has given us enough mess for the past 10 years. Let her do what she do. I did not miss her, but I am happy to see her doing something that she feels that she is called to do. She said in several interviews that this is what she is called to do. And if she feel like God is calling her to do it, who am I? Linda gave this 8 a 7. Little English Rose gave it a 6. And so those were our ratings for tonight. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you for participating. Listen, we are recapping this season of Married to Medicine, so make sure you stay tuned. I believe we're going to try to do those on Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. We are recapping The Real Housewives of Potomac, so make sure you stay tuned with that. We just recapped episode 9 on yesterday, so go back and catch that if you missed it. And then tomorrow evening, we will finish up our final season finale episode of the Braxtons, episode 8. Okay, that is going to be the sister retreats that they go on. So that will be our final episode for that as well. Make sure you are joining Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva every night between 8 and 8:30 for trending topics with the latest news and everything that's going on in the streets. Also, make sure you continue to tune in for our recaps of all of our shows that we're doing. I know we talked about Kimura's new show coming back, Life in the Fab Lane. I believe that drops December 11th, Diva. So we got to get into that. Yeah, we're going to be busy. But we can make our point.
We're going to, because the Braxtons are over.
Yes. So we taking down one, but picking up another. Yeah. So, yeah. But that's everything we got going on. Anything before we get out of here, Diva?
No, we good. Let's see if they do better next week. You know, we're gonna take a friendly bet.
Okay.
Who do you think out of Brandy and Angel, which one you think is going to give us more oomph?
My instincts is saying Angel.
Okay.
But I there's something in the back of me that just like.
You think Brandy got it in her?
I feel like she got it in her. We just warming up. I feel like she in the back simmering and she gonna come and bring it when she need to bring it. I really think that, you know. And in the words of Nene, I'm normally a good judge of character.
I'm thinking it's going to be Angel.
I think so too. That's my instinct. My instinct is definitely Angel. Like that is where my instinct lies. So we'll see.
Like you said, Brandy may give us something. Angel's basketball wives. The ghetto is in her. Oh, come on, Monique. You be knowing this stuff. She from Basketball Wives?
Not the BB. Not the BBW.
Child.
Okay.
Hey, Handy.
Hey, Handy. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to. Well, I didn't know. You know, I didn't really watch Basketball Wives like that.
Either. I wasn't really big into it.
So that's interesting to know. Okay, that's
thank you.
Also, then we know. Then she gonna bring that smoke. Then
I have to see if I can find a few episodes of her so I can get a little taste of her. We'll see
what she's about. Listen, y'all, we thank y'all for being here. Remember, if you didn't hit that like button on the way in, do us a favor, hit it on the way out on both my channel and Royaire's channel. We'll be here again tomorrow night for the last episode of The Braxtons. Okay, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to both our channels. We're trying to grow our channels and we really appreciate y'all. Much love. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Royaire's World.